to a brand new YouTube channel, and welcome to the first episode of Kicking Back. Over the course of the season, we're going to be coming at you with fresh content, interviews, games, every week as well. And not just that, but over the course of the week, you're going to see little clips coming out on the channel as well. So thanks very much for joining us, and strap in. My name is Lewis Costello. I'm joined by Millie Chandarana. Millie, how are you doing?
Very good. Buzzing to be back, actually.
Can't wait for it,
It's been a long time.
It has, and we're really looking forward to getting into the season. It's just got underway. So much to go into, and we're going to start with scoreline speculations. Now, this is every week we're going to pick a league, probably the Premier League, not going to lie, and we're going to run into basically we're going to go into everything that we think will happen in that week. So play along at home, strap in. Have you got your predictions ready for this?
What's this, week 2?
Week 2 now, yeah. So
Premier League week 2.
We've had a bit of a... We know kind of what happened in the first week, and we can use that a little bit to sort of influence these. I'm feeling pretty confident about most of these, to be fair.
You think you're going to do well?
I do, yeah. We'll see who's got egg on their face next week, right? So let's begin with Nottingham Forest against Sheffield United. How have you got that going?
I've gone 2-1 Forest.
2-1 Forest?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I've gone 1-0 Forest.
Forest.
Yeah. I do fancy them in that game.
Yeah.
I
like Forest. They've had a season in the Prem now, so...
Yeah. I think, to be honest, they made a really good decision when they were at a bit of a turning point where they could have sacked the manager. And it was looking like that was the move to make if you looked at what most clubs do. And they kept him on, and they signed him for quite a long time. And I think from there on, it's brought a sense of stability. I like Forest as well.
Yeah. It's a good team, good ground as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Seems like a good atmosphere. I've never been.
No, I'm always sort of kind of rooting for him because of Brian Clough. I like Brian Clough. So, yeah, I've gone 1-0. Yeah, should be close, though. I think we both agree on that, right? So, Liverpool play Bournemouth. How have you gone there?
Gone a bit boring again. I've gone 2-1 Liverpool.
I've gone 3-1. We're similar, aren't we?
Yeah.
I've gone 3-1 for Liverpool.
Not keen on Liverpool. Sorry, I'm not going to lie.
I like Liverpool. They're a good team. They're, sometimes they can irk me a bit, but generally speaking, I don't mind Liverpool. I remember them, though, when I was growing up, they're always 6th, 7th and stuff like that, so I don't have that sort of, all the trophy hate.
Don't like Liverpool.
They're all right. You support City, though, don't you? So,
yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Lol. So 3-1 Liverpool. You've gone 2-1. Wolves play Brighton. What have you got for that?
2-2.
2-2. I've gone 3-2 to Brighton.
Yeah.
Could you see that?
I could see that, but also I think Wolves impressed me against United.
Yeah, very unlucky.
I mean, they were so unlucky.
One could say they were robbed.
They were absolutely robbed.
They were. They were. This just in. No, I think it was a good performance by Wolves, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right.
And it was a fantastic penalty, wasn't it, by Man United. Again, by Man United. And, unfortunately, the referees in that game have been...
it happens.
It does happen. Corruption happens.
Yeah.
Right, so Fulham playing Brentford. And I've got a boring one for that. What have you got for that one?
Really boring. 1-1.
Excellent. 2-2.
2-2.
All to play for.
Yeah.
Let's see who wins next week.
It's going to be a great weekend.
One thing's for sure. Nothing's going to happen in that game.
Exciting.
Right, all right. Villa play Everton. What have you got for that?
Oh, I've gone 6-0
Whoa.
Villa.
Jeez.
6-0 Villa.
6-0 Villa. Okay.
I do not rate Everton at the minute.
Right.
I don't
agree there, but I've put 2-0 just to be a bit
I think Villa are a very good team, even though I mean that Newcastle score doesn't show it, but I think Villa's got the potential to score 6 in
crazy.
1 week.
Okay, so the middle is 4, right? So if it's 2 or 3, I win, and if it's 5, we'll come back to that one.
All right, we'll come back to that one.
To be fair, if you're right, that'll be freaky, and that'll be really good because it's the first episode. I hope they do win 6-0 now. All right, okay. West Ham play Chelsea.
0-0.
0-0. I've gone 2-1 Chelsea, but I can see 0-0 as well. I think I just wanted to avoid being really boring. I've
Not
gone
keen
2-2.
on Chelsea again.
Yeah, I mean, I think West Ham, they signed James Ward-Prowse, didn't they? I can see it being a bit of a dud,
Been unlucky not to get Maguire.
I know.
Or not.
Oh, that's tight. No, I honestly thought it looked like they were building something good there, and it's a shame. But at the same time, yeah, I think West Ham and Chelsea will be pretty close. I've gone 2-1.
Yeah.
But I can see it. I'm going to say 2-1. I'm going to say someone's going to get 3 points in that one, because otherwise it's just a week of draws. And finally, Palace play Arsenal. What have you gone here? 7-0, 8-0?
I've gone 3-2 Arsenal.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So I went 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, I'm going to say like Arsenal do them.
What have you got for City Newcastle?
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, sorry, I've got an extra bit on my paper. City Newcastle.
Interesting.
Now then, this is right. I've put 2-1 to City, but I was really back and forth on this one. This was the one I was most back and forth on because I like Newcastle,
Yeah.
and City didn't do anything they weren't supposed to against Burnley.
I mean, I like Newcastle. I mean, they that game, they absolutely trolloped Villa to say the least.
Yeah.
But I like them. But as a City fan, I've gone 2-0 to Newcastle.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. We're very close on a lot of these. The one that's crazy is 6-0 Villa, because Villa are
6-0 Villa. 3-0 Spurs against United. I've gone.
Oh, have you? Oh, right. Interesting. So for that one, I've gone 1-0 to United.
1-0 to United.
Yeah, I put they'll get a penalty in the 105th minute that will turn the tide of the game, and another referee will get suspended.
Oh.
So there's the predictions for this week, and we will find out. We'll come back to these next week. Play along at home, send in your predictions and stuff like that. Let us know what you think is going to happen, and over the course of the season, we'll get a sense of who's listening, who knows what they're on about, who doesn't, and if you know what you're doing, come in, because we need your help. Right, okay, so on that note, I would like to say that we have a sponsor who's come on board to support us early doors, and we are very grateful. So I'd like to say thanks a lot to Wooed by Food. Wooed by Food, if you live in the Manchester area, these are meal prep pots. If you're somebody who needs to eat healthy, you're on the go a lot, these are a company like you haven't seen before, and I'll tell you why, because they produce restaurant quality meal prep pots. We've all seen them pots, and you've tried them maybe, where it's a nice little chicken dish, bit of chicken and rice, and it's just cobbled together. It is what it is. With these guys, honestly, it's like you're eating out every time, and it's straight to your door. They have over 30 delicious dishes, over 3 set menus. They are the official food provider for the Manchester Thunder ladies netball team. They do a lot of good in the community as well, so we really appreciate them supporting us, and I hope you will support them too. So if you want to do that, you can go to facebook.com/wooedbyfood, or you can go to wooedbyfood.com. Thanks again to those guys. Now then, if you did follow the Premier League season up to now, you will know that the top of the table at the minute is Newcastle. They did really well. Obviously, it's early doors, isn't it? I think we can all be guilty of reading too much into week one. Yeah. There have been times where Rovers have finished like top at the table, and I'm like,
on week one.
Here we go. Right, pause the table now. But with Newcastle finishing at the top, we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game called, I don't know how this will go, called Draw the Baller. Now, with Newcastle finishing, basically, our producer over there, Arib, has wrote down the names of 2 players for Newcastle, and we're going to get these, and we're going to have 30 seconds to draw them. And so I'll draw one, you have to guess who it is, and then we're going to swap.
Okay, interesting.
30 seconds, it's not a lot of time. We'll try. I'm not hopeful. Have you got one for us? Okay, thank you. It's just occurred to me. I don't actually have a pen. I'll go first. Cheers, buddy. I will attempt this. I'm going to check who it is first because I don't actually know. Okay.
This is where GCSE art comes in.
or it doesn't. Or it definitely doesn't. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right, okay, so have you got a clock there by any chance? Just let me know when to start, because otherwise it's unfair, isn't it, if I take 5 seconds extra and do a masterpiece?
Yeah, I'd say that was a bit unfair.
Well, I'm putting my sleeves up like I'm about to graft. Right, I'm ready to rock. Are you ready? 2, 1. We're on. Right, are we ready?
That's how to do it. Tell a story midway.
That's brutal. Literally, you don't know how much I had done at 25 seconds.
I'm excited.
Right, okay, there you go. I don't know if you can make that
Can we show the camera that? I think
this camera's all right. It might be able to pick that up.
You know what? I think I actually know who that is.
If you do.
I'm not even joking. I think I actually do.
Go on.
Is it Anthony Gordon?
No.
Oh.
What do you mean?
How's that not Anthony Gordon?
It's clearly Almiron. What do you mean?
How's that Almiron?
I spent time on the eyebrows. I was there for ages, like doing a bit of art. Like, yeah. So we're not. And then like you were like 5 or 4. So the hair did go a bit off road there. Yeah. Do you know what it does look like, Anthony Gordon?
It does, doesn't it? It looks well like him.
I should have just said yes, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's Anthony Gordon.
You
1 point.
Said
Yeah, right. Okay, your turn. If you get Anthony Gordon and it looks like Almiron, I'll be fuming.
Thank you.
Right. If my art teacher's watching that, she'd just like she'd think I've gone off the rails. I used to be all right, you know.
This is hard. Tell me when to go.
Right. Okay. I just don't know what to say. Right.
That's so hard. To be fair, I messed up on the eyes and the lips.
Right, so the eyes are a bit off.
The lips are a bit too big.
That changes everything.
Can you show the camera can see this? Maybe they don't need a good look.
I just want to say, like, I'll say the name that came to my head. It just feels like I'm insulting. Is it Nick Pope?
No.
Right, okay, because I just felt, right, so.
No, it's not.
It's hard to say that looks like someone confidently. Yeah, I know who that is. Do you know what I mean? I'm struggling with that. It's Carius. Go on.
It's the captain, of course. Oh, should have done a captain's armband.
Yeah, that was it. That's where it lies. That's the trick to this game. You've actually got to draw the back of the shirt or something like that. Put the number down.
I mean, it's Kieran Trippier.
Of course.
If people didn't guess.
To be honest, I mean, now that you've said it though, I can sort of see
bit of resemblance.
I can see what you were going for a little bit.
We'll keep that one away somewhere.
So we mentioned actually a little bit earlier in the show that Man United and Wolves, it sort of went weird. And we've heard a lot of rumblings. Actually, Varane came out and said he spoke his mind about the added time. So I thought we could do a little segment, player perspective, where we look at, because obviously you can give a bit of insight into this from your side. This new rule that's come in where players are being asked to play sometimes 10, 15, who knows where it ends, like extra time in a game. We've heard players speak out about this. They don't like it. But I've heard counter arguments from fans as well. So where do you lie on that one? What do you think about this rule change?
I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Like, it's not happened before, but I think, in the World Cup it worked. It worked quite well. It was a bit odd, but it worked. And I think, the reasoning behind it is that players waste a lot of time.
For sure.
Is that part of the game?
That's the question, right? Like, because from my angle, if I was to play devil's advocate and suggest a possible sort of fix or a workaround from a player thing, it's about game management now, isn't it? And it's about knowing that that's coming. And I think Varane's argument was, we want to give 100% all the time, but you're bleeding us dry. Like, we are out there like constantly playing games. And we're tired, basically. Mm-hmm. And this is more time. You want us to not play another game, but you want us to play like effectively another half in the game. And the counter argument would be, well, A, don't waste time, and B, you would have to play with that in mind. You have to last longer, so you have to possibly give less now so that you are able to go further.
Yeah.
But that's the long term, isn't it? In the short term, are we seeing players struggle and suffer as a result of it?
I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? In the Premier League, we've only seen it for the last, week. So we'll see how that how it pans out. But I think, time wasting, to be honest, as a player, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You see
it's part of tactics, and
I was watching a game recently, and there was time wasting going on at the end, and they were like, well, of course this will get added on now.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
I don't mean like massive time wasting.
No, but it's just a true thing, isn't it? If it's like a 1-0 game, it's close, and it's like, take the ball to the corner.
You've got to manage the game, and you taught that from 8 years old. You know?
Right. And it's like, let's say I'm watching my team, and we've just scraped what feels like a win. The referee's put 10 minutes on. Yeah, please time waste. Please, just keep the ball. Do whatever you've got to do. Time wasting is actually a dirty phrase as well, by the way. Time wasting. Game management.
Game
management. Where we're basically saying, do what you've got to do to make sure there are zero attacking threats coming in the opposite direction. So you think it's just a part of the game. And by the way, like this constant evolution of the game where there's like a new rule coming in like every year. Do you think that's good? As a point and blank, like, do you think that's good? Or do you think it's a bit weird? Because I'm just going to come out and say, I think it's weird to just add a rule. It feels like you're adding rules for the sake of adding rules sometimes. Not you. Do you know what I mean?
Me.
But like, yeah, the PG, whoever. It just feels like there's rules coming out for like almost no reason. What do you reckon to that?
I mean, if they're trying to make the game better by speeding it up, I understand that. They want the ball in play for longer, like, so it's equal, like they have a fair chance. But I mean, you know, it's like I said, it's part of the game to manage it, and keeper goes down, you know, brings the water bottles out. And
right.
I mean, for some teams, I don't know, some teams, not mine, but
yeah, but for other teams, most other teams, right? Like, no, it's true though, and I think, like you say, we've seen it for 1 week. Maybe this is something that has a longer play, right? Maybe you see the effects, and positive effects in a year or two.
It's right that if players are playing 10 minutes added time and like, you know, whatever, 10, 15 minutes added time throughout the game, and they've got like however many games over a season, they're going to get burnt out.
Right.
And especially in the Premier League when it's game. It's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah, and I guess like even in the Championship as well, it's like if you've got a cup run, that massively changes your workload.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of it. There's a lot of things to consider, a lot of moving parts on there. It's an interesting one. We'll see how it goes. I would like to say we have also been very kindly sponsored and supported in this episode by PH Life, and I'd like to say a big thank you to those guys. They have over 20 years of experience in the weight loss and wellness industry. And again, it's a Manchester-based company, so they're local to us, and they are supporting us. It's really good. One of my favorite things that they do these Eon 2 meal replacement shakes, and they are basically, you have this shake. It's delicious for one. It's like a meal replacement, but some of the results are unbelievable. They speak for themselves. If you go on their social media, I'll give you the link soon, you will see that there are people reporting weight loss journeys where they've lost 30 pounds in such a short space of time. It's really amazing what they can do, and it's a local company who have supported us, and in turn I would hope that you will go and check them out. So thank you very much to PH Life, and if you want to check them out, you can go to ph-life.co.uk. So yeah, thank you again to those guys. And as well, I wanted to say, we do have a code. I was just trying to dig out the code. If you go to their website and use the code PHSAVE10, you will save 10% off your first order. Well worth doing. If you're thinking about dropping a bit of weight, get on it, get to them. It's a chocolate milkshake, it's delicious, and I swear to God, the results speak for themselves. So thank you to PH Life. Right, and to sort of wrap this one up, I guess, we're going to do a segment called Game of the Week, right? Where each week we'll preview what we think is the game of the week. And sometimes it might be a tricky one to figure out. Yeah? It might be like, oh, it's a bit of a weird week. But this week it's not. It's quite easy to figure out what the game of the week is. England are in a final. Oh my God. England are in a final. England play Spain. Did you see them play Australia? Did you get a chance to?
A little bit.
You saw a
little bit. Didn't see the goals.
Yeah, honestly.
Was it training?
Yeah, it was like, what a goal. Right, so
I saw Sam Kerr's goal and I saw Ella Toon's goal.
Yeah. Unreal. And now we are in a spot where it feels good. I can't lie. So my question is an obvious one. How do you feel about England's chances of bringing a World Cup home?
I mean, I think they're going to win it. I said it from the beginning.
Did you?
Yeah, I said it from the beginning.
I'm not going to lie, I did too, but I've said that for every World Cup, so I don't count. Yeah. But I actually genuinely feel like there's so many positive moments. They played so well against Australia. They've had so many challenges in this tournament. They started without Kira Walsh. Obviously, Lauren James got the card. Yeah. And now we're in a spot where...
I think they struggled against Nigeria.
Yeah, no.
They really struggled.
For sure.
I think that was like the turning point where, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of actually all the teams that I've seen play in this World Cup, the standard is wild.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And now there's one hurdle left for us to jump. I'm just processing it in my head because I am for sure that we're going to, and like speaking of egg on their face, like I'm just going to come out and say this. So like, feel free to blast me next week if I'm wrong. England are going to win the World Cup. This is crazy. This is a moment because Lauren James is back. They've shown resilience. It's kind of weird in the sense that for the Euros, they kept that fixed team, right? And it's just been the opposite this time around.
It needed to be the opposite.
Yeah.
Needed a change.
What that says about Serena, to be honest, is like, what an unbelievable manager to be able to sort of go with the flow and make it work still. And now we play Spain. Spain are great, though.
Spain are very, very good. Spain are really good, but I don't think they're... what's the word? I don't think they're like aggressive enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They're not direct enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, they create chances, but they don't like execute them.
If I'm honest, like on the journey that I've seen them take, I feel like you do sort of want to check your words, don't you? But I feel like the worst of it is over. Like, I feel like they've shown so much
for England.
resilience. Yeah, for England.
I guess so.
Shown so much resilience over the course. I mean, a final is a final.
Yeah.
Is a final. But the journey has been rocky, and they've come over, and they've come through a lot, should I say. And now it's just all eyes on Sunday, right? And
I mean, we'll see. I think if Sweden would have been in the final, it would have been a bit different. I think Sweden would have given them a good game. Yeah,
it would have been spooky. But but no, we're here.
One word for it.
I know, we're here, we're doing it. I swear. I'm looking forward to it. So let's see how that goes. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to the Premier League predictions. But that is it for today's episode. So thank you very much for checking it out. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, thank you very much. Leave a nice review if you've enjoyed it. We will be back next week with more content, and we're going to keep peppering stuff in. By the way, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do. Visit kickingback.co.uk. We're down for suggestions, things you'd like to see, little opinions you've got, literally anything. Just say hello. We'll say hello back. And then from there, we're going to try and build this into something really fun, and you'll see it grow over the coming weeks. So thanks very much for checking out Kicking Back. It's been good, hasn't it?
It's been great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we will see you next week. Peace out.